What's going on, guys? This is kind of a serious video, but today we're going to talk about the Jeffrey Epstein files. If you guys have been following along what's going on in the news, it's kind of crazy, but Trump is just flat refusing to release the Epstein files, despite the fact that a lot of people who voted for him assumed we would be getting the files released. Because the Democrats certainly wouldn't have done that. Not to be too political, but this is a political video. So if you don't like my political takes, that's fine. We could still be friends. You could still hit the like button anyway if you want. Or watch another video I got like about gaming and stuff. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. I think whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat or you're an independent, you should want the Epstein files released. And for some reason, Trump is refusing to release those files. Now, we know Trump has hung out with Epstein. There's plenty of pictures of him hanging out with Epstein. Is he covering himself? Is he covering somebody else? I mean, a lot of people think Epstein was Mossad. Mossad is like basically Israeli CIA. So it's very likely that Epstein had a whole shitload of dirt on American politicians, both Republicans and Democrats. And that kind of makes America do the bidding of Israel. Because as you can clearly see right now, we're willing to bomb Iran for Israel. We should just stay out of it. It's the same stance I had with Ukraine and Russia. Just stay the fuck out of wars you don't belong in. That's simple. I'm very anti-war. And I feel like I can no longer support this president. You know, I'm an independent, so I've had issues with him in the past. I don't always agree with what he's done, but this is a bridge too far. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go run to the Democrats because I have issues with them as well. It just means the sad truth of it all, it's the same as it was most of my adult life. Both parties are bought and paid for by special interest. The entire thing's corrupt. And we, the people, will never win. So, with that being said, I have to only speculate. Who's on this list? Politicians, video game executives, movie executives, everything you do, a lot of people that influence entertainment, that influence politics, that influence the world, all hopped on the Lolita Express and went to Pedo Island. And we all know that Epstein, flat out, did not kill himself. Okay? There's 3 minutes still missing from the footage. There's a clear and obvious cover-up. In fact, I'm hearing Trump may even pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, which is ridiculous. Guys, this is not a little issue that could just be tossed aside. There are actual victims, child victims, that deserve justice. One of them tried to come out and said they weren't suicidal, and then they got hit by a bus. Okay? They paid a lot of them off also. But the thing is, justice hasn't been served at all. At all. And what I'm hearing from Trump is deeply, deeply disturbing. I want to read what he said on a post here. He said, the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia, no, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom, and even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. True, that is confirmed. There's not enough credit given to the fact that the Russia thing was a hoax. But that is completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant to what's going on here. Because Trump could release the files and show everyone that act like there is no client list when they had a client list days before releasing the files. They have tons of evidence, videos, a whole bunch of stuff they're sitting on, and then all of a sudden they chose not to release it. Again, I ask the question, is Trump compromised by Israel? Is he covering for himself, or is he covering for somebody else? Because there are no other good explanations. Continuing with Trump's statement. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. Pause. The Republicans, people who supported you, wanted the Epstein files released. It's one of the reasons people voted for you. Now you're convincing Republicans to block Epstein file release. Why are you doing this? This is completely a traitorous, treacherous about face. And look, I'm not a wishy-washy person when it comes to politics. There's some leeway in there where I could disagree with somebody and not fully just drop my support. But this is a red line issue for me. Release the fucking files. He also said they are no good at governing, no good at policy, and no good at picking winning candidates. Okay. Then he says, also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. So, hold up a second. Hold up. So, he claims that Democrats stick together, and he's implying that the Republicans are not sticking together. You're damn right. Because you want to know something about Republicans that I thought was true, to an extent? They're independent thinkers. Okay? Some of them are, at least. They don't just take the download of whatever talking point they get. The whole point of this counterculture MAGA movement was to push back against establishment authority. Sir, you have become the authority. You have become the villain. You live long enough as the hero, you die to become the villain. You are becoming what you hate. You are becoming what you hate. Continuing. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will. Well, here's the thing, man. A lot of these people, they were with you on Russia. They voted for you in 2016. They didn't care that you said grab them by the pussy. They didn't care about your past lawsuits. People that voted for you ignored a lot of shit that was bad, okay? There's a lot of things we could turn a blind eye to. There's a lot of things we could forgive you on if you do policy we like, okay? But one thing that cannot be accepted is children getting hurt, okay? Because the bottom line is this: there is no policy, there is no political position that is worthy enough to let children be hurt for it, just to support you. Your approval numbers are dropping because you are actually digging into your base. You are actually splitting your base instead of doing the correct, smart thing, which is to release the files. So again, I ask, does Israel own you? Are you protecting yourself or are you protecting somebody else? His statement continues. These scams and hoaxes are... Oh, wait, hold on a minute. I already read that. Even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years, I have had more successes in 6 months than perhaps any president in the country's history. Alright, guys. We gotta be honest. That's unhinged. That statement's unhinged. And he does like making these statements where he always says, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, this is the greatest term ever. Dude, it ain't. Abraham fucking Lincoln freed the slaves. Thomas Jefferson doubled our landmass. What have you done? What have you done other than you've done great on immigration, cracking down, right? Okay, I give you that. But what else have you done? You've bombed Iran. You continue to give money to Ukraine. And now you're blocking the Epstein files release. It is ridiculous to say you've had the best term ever in this first 6 months. If that was true, your poll numbers would be sky high. It's not true. This has been a failure. This has been a total failure because you didn't do what everybody has expected and wanted from you, which is draining the swamp and making government transparent as fuck. And now you're making people who have supported you look like total douchebags, and you are making the left look right when they called you a liar. And all these people want to talk about with strong prodding by fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible, unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. Fuck you. Honestly, fuck you. You have turned your back on millions of people who supported you and who thought you as a father would go protect children who were hurt. Whether or not you took pictures with the person or not. If you didn't hurt any kids, you should have no problem releasing the files and showing who's on the client list. If you're not on the client list, show the files. If you lose some friendships, who gives a rat's ass? I thought you were the man that got shot in the ear, stood up fist in the air, ready to fight for this fucking country. And instead, what we have is a sniveling, weak, motherfucking coward who wants to protect his name over serving justice in this country. You made the left right about you. You did that. You fucked up. I can't trust anything you do going forward until those Epstein files are released. I hope that you get absolutely fucking trounced in the midterms and the Democrats take over and then they impeach your ass for war crimes. Honestly, that is what has to happen. If you want to go down like this, then that's how you should go down. You should be remembered as the person who betrayed children who were a victim of Jeffrey Epstein. No matter what your tax cuts were, no matter what your other policies were that were actually good, you're always going to be remembered for this. This was the moment you fucked up and cannot recover. And you have just set back the MAGA movement forever. You have just set back any sort of conservative principles or ideas because you've now caused a split. Half of MAGA is going to go with you no matter what. They're going to do exactly what you said. You could shoot a guy on 5th Avenue and they'd still support you. But you know what? The other half of MAGA actually has a fucking brain and realizes, well, wait a minute. We can't support this anymore. Hold up. We supported Jan 6. No problem. We saw how you got screwed over. Okay? In this case, there is no supporting this. There ain't. I don't give a fuck if it was Jesus Christ himself that came down and said, "Oh, thou shalt not release the Epstein files." It wouldn't make a difference to me. I'm not listening to that shit. Release the files. Let me be my own judge on that and see what I think. Let's see what the American people have to think. Quit blocking it and just give it to us. Give it to us straight. If we reject you, we reject you. But I would rather reject you honestly. If you were some kind of client and you're a pedo, that's not good, man. So, I mean, I don't want to think that about Trump, but if he doesn't release these files, what other conclusion could I come to? What other conclusion can I come to? Honestly. I have to assume almost every fucking politician or every big important movie executive or gaming executive or business executive is possibly on that list. And we'll never know. Because if he won't release it, the Democrats won't release it. They haven't. Now, I understand the Democrats are using that against you now. It doesn't matter, though. Mic drop. Drop the fucking list. Drop the list. That's all we're asking. Do it. Do it, you pussy. Do it. I'm so disappointed in this administration. I am so disappointed with this outcome. It is unbelievably ridiculous to expect people to forget about it. There was a video interview he did where Epstein's neighbor was standing next to him laughing at Trump calling it a hoax and a witch hunt, using the same Russia talking points during the Russia hoax, right? What is he doing? Does he think we're that fucking stupid? Does he actually believe we are that fucking dumb? I ask you. I am not that dumb to just go along with it. Okay? I've turned on friends before. I've turned on family before when it's needed. What makes you think I wouldn't just turn on you like a dime for being a fucking weirdo? For being a fucking liar? For being a fucking Israeli agent? That's our president. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The next time that Yahoo wants you to drop bombs on a country forum, tell him to fuck off. We will not fight your wars. This was supposed to be Make America Great Again. Not make Israel great again. Make Ukraine great again. Make America great again. We should care about America. American jobs. American values. American family. American laws and order. Protecting American victims from Pedo Island. I'm done. I've had enough. Trump, can't support you until those files come out. Then we could talk.